Well, self-confidence comes from the winning feeling. And so how do you get the winning feeling? You win. And how do you win? It's very simple. You complete your tasks. There's a great question in goal setting and personal success I wanted to start off with. And the question is, what one great thing would you dare to dream if you knew you could not fail?
Hey there! Why do you want to hear motivational tapes? For the ultimate success, happiness, health, and wealth. To value success and failure equally. To learn something new and be inspired. And to increase knowledge about various fields. Subscribe to us and stay tuned for endless motivation. What is preventing you from setting big goals? Nothing but fear. Come out of it and become unstoppable.
Now that's a great question. If you were absolutely guaranteed a success in any goal, big or small, short or long term, if you could wave a magic wand, take a pill, but you'd be absolutely guaranteed, what one goal would you set for yourself? And when you ask that question, usually big goals come into your mind. You'd be rich, you'd be famous, you'd be powerful. But when you ask the question, what happens is you start to realize that it is fear that holds us back more than anything else. Because if you were absolutely guaranteed a success, you'd be unstoppable. I mean, you would be a force of nature. If someone were to put a blessing on you and say that you are indestructible and you could accomplish any goal you ever set for yourself, what different things would you do? Now, when I started off, I came from a poor family. I say I came by my feelings of guilt and unworthiness, honestly, because I was raised by a Catholic mother. And I grew up with no self-confidence, no self-esteem. I was kicked out of school several times. I misbehaved. I ended up spending half of my school in the library because I was kicked out of courses. I left school in the 12th grade and got a job as a dishwasher, worked as a laborer, lived in my car, dug ditches and things like that. So I had no self-esteem. And I began studying the subject over the years, and I found that your level of self-confidence, how much confidence you have in yourself to be, do, accomplish something, really determines the whole quality of your life. So what I found is that there's a direct relationship between how high your level of self-confidence is and your level of sales. One-to-one relationship between self-confidence and selling success. Because in selling, you've got to be bold, you've got to be courageous, you've got to take rejection and disappointment, you've got to get out there, you've got to face all your fears in order to get appointments, you've got to face your fears in order to ask for orders. So self-confidence is critical. Self-confidence is essential in business because it's impossible even to start a business, to arrange a bank loan, to set up customers, to hire people, to all the things that are necessary in business require self-confidence. Confidence not only is really important for us, it makes us feel happy, it affects and empowers other people, it causes people to treat us differently, we make more sales, we make more money, we marry better, we're better and more effective socially. Self-confidence is everything. Also, what we have found is that your level of self-confidence is the critical factor in your level of sex appeal. Is that the more confident you are, the more appealing you are to other people. The more confident you are, actually the more magnetism you have. That's why actors and actresses who seem to be extremely confident have a certain amount of magnetism. So I began studying when my confidence was very, very low, and I began looking at the subject of self-confidence. Everyone wants to be more popular with others, and here are 5 great steps to building greater self-confidence. How would you like to become popular and more welcome with people in your social or business circles? Well, you can be by learning how to be more charming in every interaction with others. Do you know how to become more popular in your personal and professional life? Well, the deepest human desire is the desire to feel important. When you go through life building self-confidence and making other people feel important and valuable, they will like you and welcome you, and they'll open every door for you. And this is how to become popular both professionally and personally. If you're in business, becoming a charming person, making others feel important, will help you in every business situation, from negotiating terms to borrowing money to influencing key customers. If you're in sales, the way customers feel about you and feel when they are with you will determine your level of sales and referrals more than any other factor. In your personal and family and social life, learning to be more charming will make you more popular, desirable, influential, and persuasive than any other quality. As the poet said, People will forget everything you said, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. How do you become a genuinely charming person? In my book, The Power of Charm, there are 35 chapters dedicated to answering this question. But here are 5 behaviors you can practice with every person to make him or her feel more important. First, just smile. An open, honest, happy to see you smile warms people's hearts, makes them feel important, and causes them unconsciously to like you from the first moment. Each person has a deep down need to be accepted unconditionally by other people, without judgment or criticism, and a smile tells them that you accept them and like them unconditionally. Second, promote high self-esteem in others with appreciation. Everyone loves to be appreciated for something, anything that they have done for someone else. So when you say the magic words, "thank you," early and often, you make people feel important and happy. You raise their self-esteem and increase their desire to help you and to do things for you. Third, is give genuine compliments whenever you admire the possessions or traits or accomplishments of others. As Abraham Lincoln said, everybody likes a compliment. Admire people's choices in clothing and hairstyles and cars and briefcases or purses or even their office layout. Admire their homes or apartments. Admire their degrees or certificates. Whenever you compliment a person genuinely on something he or she has obviously invested time and emotion in achieving, you boost their self-image and build high self-esteem. As a result, they find you to be charming. Fourth, build self-confidence through approval of others. Give praise and approval generously for both small and large accomplishments. Whenever anyone does anything worthwhile, tell them how good they are and what a fine job they've done. Building self-confidence and high self-esteem. When you praise your spouse and children, when you praise your staff and co-workers, your customers and suppliers, you make them feel more important and cause them to see you as charming. And fifth, give them your full attention. People feel valuable and important to the degree to which they are listened to and respected. Whenever you listen closely to another person when he is talking, his self-esteem goes up. His brain releases endorphins, which is nature's happy drug, and he feels good about being in your presence. You see, you always pay value to a person by listening attentively, by hanging on every word. When you do, he or she warms up to you and begins to find you to be charming. Well, self-confidence comes from the winning feeling. And so how do you get the winning feeling? You win. And how do you win? It's very simple. You complete your tasks. And so the way to develop high levels of self-confidence is to make a list every single day of everything that you have to do and write it down, and then set priorities on the list, and then pick your most important task and do that first. We say do the worst first. Do the task that you're most likely to procrastinate on. When you complete that task, you actually feel like you've crossed a finish line. You feel like a winner. And then all through the day, what you do is you keep working and completing your tasks one after another. And it keeps giving you that winning feeling that raises your self-confidence, makes you more positive, makes you more genial, makes you more attractive to others. And one final point, self-confidence seems to be the foundation of sex appeal. Men and women who have high levels of self-confidence seem to be more appealing to members of the opposite sex. So, if you don't want to develop self-confidence for any other reason, there's a good reason. Just start your tasks and complete them one after another, and you'll feel positive about yourself all day long.